that means save the best for last is all I can think of. But, well, that's a completely different true story about why I'm last, and usually not much earlier, so on we go. Well, always things happen in my life. I know that that means, of course, still driving to and from work at the bank, and I can still see weird things even during that mundane commute. Where I have seen this truck that has a sticker on it that says financial mistake in really nice cursive lettering, and it's like, all right, well, why don't you do something about it if it was a mistake, like, oh, sell it, or don't advertise that you made a mistake buying it to begin with? That's the idea I have about that one. We all make a lot of financial mistakes, but I guess I'm not the type that advertises it unless it's meant to be a joke. But, well, people need cars, so who knows what was meant behind wanting to display that. Well, I know that during the pandemic, I started watching more videos on YouTube because just about anything gets uploaded there. And one thing that I know I've spoken about before is I watch a lot more beer commercials, and I know that's inspired by drinking more at home. It's a lot cheaper to do that, to get beer at a liquor store. I should have known, but I hadn't bothered to try that before. And I know the past week I drank the can of Amstel Light that I had, where I'm willing to mix and match. It's like, oh, got a little extra money on me? Yeah, I'll get one can of beer, no problem there. So that's why it's often a different beer every week. But I have this memory of a commercial that's at least fine to me of Amstel Light. And yes, I found it on YouTube. It was only 17 seconds, but oh, glorious 17 seconds. I don't know how long ago it was, but doesn't matter. Where they have all these people in lab coats, probably the brewmasters, and then there's somebody really dour as the narrator that says, "Sorry, we're from Amsterdam. We didn't know light beer was supposed to suck." And then one of them hits himself in the face twice at the start and end of the commercial. It's like, yeah, I'm dour. That really works for me. So that's a pretty cool commercial. And I know I found another one with Amstel Light. Golfer Phil Mickelson was in that one, and that one was more recent. In fact, he was even on the can that I had, and he was trying to educate somebody about making friends. So I guess it works on some level. I'm just trying to think of how. I know they do product endorsements all the time, and I'm just reminded of how Jay Leno was interviewed one time when he was still hosting The Tonight Show, and he said, yes, I'm only doing some commercials, but not others. I remember him doing the snack food commercial. Crunch all you want, we'll make more Doritos. But he said he wouldn't do beer commercials. Well, I guess Phil Mickelson was willing to do a beer commercial. Did he have any better offers? Who knows? So, yeah, beer commercials. And I'm still going once a week to my post office box to pick up eBay and Amazon orders. And sometimes I have to go to the window to pick things up. And I know that there's one postal employee there that reminds me of one of my fellow comics. But this time, he was talking to a friend of his. And when I was leaving, I said, "Keep on trucking." And he barely acknowledged me. And it was priceless what the conversation was about, at least what the customer was saying, not the employee. Where he talked about going to concerts, no problem there, except I could tell he was older than me, and he wanted to pretty much badmouth the younger generation's music by saying, music is supposed to make you feel good. And it's like, yeah, I can tell that you're older than me because he said he went to Eric Clapton and George Thorogood concerts. But it's like, no, I just don't understand that, wanting to badmouth anything that you don't like. And it's like, well, what does he mean music makes you feel, is supposed to make you feel good? Happy music? Well, Some people like punk rock, and well, Johnny Cash, outlaw country music. I mean, was that actually happy music? No, but people still like it. I mean, I'm still reminded of a relationship that didn't last long. One Labor Day 12 years ago, she encouraged me to go to a really long concert at a venue just blocks from here, and a lot of it was punk rock music. And by the end of that night, I gave myself permission to have the I don't give a shit attitude. So yes, more power to you if you can find that in different genres of music. I guess that's the point of punk rock music, is sometimes you really need to tell yourself, I don't give a shit. Yeah, I know I don't sound like the type that would say that, but sometimes I am. Yes, work at the bank. I'm still amazed at some of the things I have to contend with from day to day. I don't get very many calls, but somebody IM'd me and said, can I call you? It's like, okay. And it was somebody that was asking me questions related to check fraud. And I was trying to answer their questions, but I wasn't quite sure what their questions were. And they said, you answer them, and I had to say, how? And, I mean, I was good with generalities. I didn't know what else to do. Oh, and the weekend was another Redbox movie, that Ted Bundy movie. Yeah, serial killers. They still make movies about them. I went to festivals, and I was a prize winner on my button at one festival I went to, so yay! Except I ended up giving back most of the money because I still wanted food. I wanted pork chop on a stick. But, hey, at least I put the money to good use. It was money I didn't have to spend on that. And so, yay for festivals. All right, well, I guess that'll do it for me. Thank you all, been great.